Hey Dollhouse people, Whitney LaBrie here, and this week we're going to be doing the second addition to the Garfield master bathroom, or I guess it's the only bathroom really in the house, so it is the Garfield bathroom. And last week we did the flooring, we did a beach flooring, and then this week we're going to be adding the wallpaper and doing the wainscoting and the trim. So let's get started. So what I did was I just took some balsa wood and I built out these little wall wainscoting pieces here that you see in the photograph, and I did a very simple design. I just did squares within the trim that you can see in the picture. I did wood glue and taped everything down because when you use the wood glue on some of these really thin balsa wood pieces, they do tend to want to bend up a little bit at the corners, so you just got to make sure that you glue them down really good. And like me, you can put an entire case of LaCroix water on top of them, and that will definitely hold them down and keep them in place. And I think it's looking pretty good. I might have to make a couple of alterations where the end pieces are, just to make sure that everything fits in place. And I used Deco Art Chalky Finish Gray for this. And I basically did all the trim and all the wainscoting in this finish. Now I just slapped this gray paint right on this, mix it all up. I added a little water to thin it out a little bit, but you know, paint is paint in this situation, just gray it out. And I did all the pieces in gray, and then I let them fully dry. For the next step is to antique it and age that out. So I used apple barrel melted chocolate, but you can use any light brown or dark brown finish. And I'm just going to start to dry brush that on there. All right, now here's the thing. Sometimes I slap that brown paint on there and I don't like the way it looks. It's too much, it's going in the wrong direction, it just doesn't look right. Do not let that deter you when you make these painting errors. Super easy. I'm just gonna take a little bit more of that gray finish and just brush it on over that and fix it up and make it look exactly how I want it to look. And that's that. No biggie. And when I'm done, this is what it looks like. So the next step is to place all of the pieces on the wall, and you can see here, I'm kind of in the mirror a little bit. But yeah, I just used that Gorilla Glue was actually, Gorilla Wood Glue is actually what I'm using here. And sometimes when I have pieces that I need to hold in place, I don't want to use tape on. Like for instance, these pieces here, I might dab a couple little specks of hot glue just to hold them in place, so I don't have to worry about putting tape. Even the blue tape sometimes will take off the wallpaper, so I don't want to do that. So this is the end result. So you can see I painted the under cabinet as well. I want it all to match really nicely. And there you have it. I hope you really like it. So I'm gonna do a stained glass look. And I have another video on that also that I can put in the link below, but I'm gonna do it here for you too, which is basically just taking colored permanent markers, coloring in where I want the stain to be. And then once I do that, I just either keep it as is, depending on how dark I want it, or what I'll do is take a napkin and brush it away. And that'll give you a much lighter look with some highlights and lowlights. You know, but do whatever you want to do. Just kind of practice. I mean, you can do it on actual glass. These are the plastic windows that come with the Dollhouse kit. So you can do it on both though. The other thing I did was I just added a center design to this both pieces actually, just to give a little bit more detail and something extra to the room. Now I cut out all my trim out of the kit, and now I'm just getting it ready, which is basically means that I have to do the one thing that I hate of all things, which is sanding. But I'm just prepping these pieces and then getting them ready, and then I'm going to sand them all and then paint them all gray. I'm going to keep you from having to watch that. It's obviously the same method that I did in the beginning. And then this is that. All the trim is pretty much up. Again, there is one spot that I am leaving alone. I'm not gluing it, and that's this part right here, because I've got to still add the electrical wire. The electrical wire is actually behind there, but I still have to connect the light to the ceiling, and so I'm going to leave that alone for now until I'm ready to do that part of it. All right. And then the last thing I'm going to do in this video is the doorknobs. So I've got these Victorian doorknobs. I've got 3 doors leading into this room, so I want all of the doorknobs to be the same. So I just glued these little cuties on. And remember not to put your doorknobs in the center of the door, because they are not in the center of the door in your real home. And go ahead and glue them in, and then that's what it looks like. And man, it is amazing how that little doorknob makes this space look so real. All right, and then that's it for the week. So next week we're gonna do accessories, which is gonna be super fun, and maybe a little modification there. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. It means so much to me. I really appreciate you watching. Please like the video, please comment below. If you have any questions, feel free to comment as well. And for those of you who cannot get enough of miniatures and you're obsessed with them like I am, you can also follow me on my Facebook page, which is Whitney LaBrie Events. But if you are interested in buying dollhouse furniture, I do offer plenty of used or pre-owned dollhouse furniture that is in great condition. And I also sell accessories and other little minis there on my eBay site, which is Whitney1614, and the link is below. So now it's your turn to get back to your own dollhouse projects. I hope that I've inspired you to do that. And I will see you next week for part 3 of the Garfield bathroom, where we're going to add all the fun accessories to this awesome bathroom. Bye!